While you guys weren't with us, we were actually talking about Nashville Rescue Mission's new pet policy. So in the past, if you were homeless with an animal, you couldn't stay at any of the shelters here, right? And now that is changing.
It is. So what happens is it's kind of evolving. And so last year, recognizing that I have pets, and so they're so important to folks, and so we brought a pet rover mobile shelter to the site, and so a client could come in or a guest could come into the mission, and then their dog or their pet would live in the warm shelter rover van outside. And to us that was a good fix, but then understood that separated the pet from the owner from their pet, and that's not what they wanted, and I get that. And so this year we're actually bringing kennels inside so that the owner can be with the pet inside, because there's a lot of companionship with the pet and so forth. And so we're only set up at this point to care for dogs, and so cats and snakes and things like that, we're not set up for that, but we all be able to care for the dog in the shelter, in the kennel, and we just ask, and we have a whole process for that the owner take care of the pet, that they walk the pet, take them out for the bathroom. And of course we wouldn't be able to keep any violent pets of that nature. So, but it is a move in that direction, that we understand that, and when we move from the pet rover, is what it was called, or the van, the vehicle where they would stay in, to actually bring them into the kennel on site.
I'm sure that means a lot to people who have an emotional support animal or a service dog. Do you see any homeless people with certified service animals?
Not certified service animals. We don't see that. We see them with emotional support. I mean, this is my dog. It's my dog, it's my companion, it's my pet. We call it a pet to them, it's their companion, and I get that and understand that. And so there's many folks that won't separate from their pet, even in the coldest of weather. And so if we tell them, you can come to the mission, but you can't bring your pet, they'll stay out in the cold. So we want to remove that barrier and say, because it's dangerous for both of you, right? It's dangerous for you and your pet. So we want to remove that barrier and bring both of you in out of the cold.
To accommodate this new program, have you guys had to raise funds for dog food, or kind of how are you navigating that? Do you have someone who's been assigned to?
We actually started several months ago with Room in the Inn and the homeless Metro's Homeless Impact Division. They actually have kennels and actually have that already stuff. So we're just saying, we're going to give you a place to put that. We're going to give you a place to care for that. And so we haven't had a plethora of animals yet, but there is a place for them to go if we need to.
You know, there's some people who were concerned about tuberculosis and the things they bring in. How are these pets going to be taken care for and checked for things? Are you guys worried at all about the pets bringing anything into the mission? Well,
initially, those are issues that we have, you know, and that was a very good reason for us to say no pets. But we think that the trade-off is such that we can maintain the kennel and maintain their safety and their security and their cleanliness in there. They won't be running through the shelter, and so they can maintain that in there. And then we think that it's going to provide emotional support for their owner to come out of the cold. We think that it actually is going to help save lives more than put them at risk.
Awesome. Yeah. So I know you mentioned the story with the guy. You were walking downtown and he came up and gave you a big old bear hug. Yeah. Has anyone who's been through your program or been through the graduate program reached back out to you recently to let you know what type of jobs they have or how they're doing? What are some of their stories? Oh yeah, awesome.
Working downtown, we have a guy that owns a farm. I'm really bad at directions. I'm not from Nashville area, but a farm out towards the Springfield area, and he works really hard. And we have guys that work closely in town that actually employ people now. We have counselors and therapists that have come through the program and gone to school and gotten their license. We have a lady south of here that's actually running a shelter in another community that's south of here. And so yeah, it's just so rewarding to know that there are people that have received help, got their life back together, got back on track, and now are not just doing well, but doing well for others and helping many others. So yeah, so many wonderful, wonderful reports. Yeah.
Like Cecil, if there's any other people who are homeless out there, maybe watching on their phone app, watching on Facebook Live, or through a television, how can they get help through the rescue mission, and what would you want to say to them?
Well, I would certainly say call us. Come to us or call us. And if you call us, ask to speak to case management, ask to speak to somebody, and then tell them the situation. That's why they are there, is they know the different resources, they know the different groups and agencies to talk to to help you with the need that you have. They can help you in those situations. But also come on in, and just by coming in, you'll be talking with the case manager and be able to talk about some of the issues you have. There's a lot of folks that all of us go into situations in our life that we find ourselves in need. I would just encourage you to say you're not the only one. There are a lot of folks that are in need, and there's a lot of help available. There's a lot of people pulling for you. There's a lot of people working together and pulling the resources together just for you, to get you out of the situation you're in and into productive living and on to be successful. And there are so many wonderful testimonies and reports and stories that they can share with you with somebody that maybe encountered things just like you that is now doing really, really well, and you can be one of those too.
It seems like every year, unfortunately, over the scanner in the newsroom, we're hearing something about maybe a homeless person having to be transported, maybe they passed away. What do you think about the death rate here in Nashville for the people who just refuse to seek shelter or maybe don't know about shelter and pass away?
Yeah, unfortunately, in Nashville, not just because of cold weather, but other issues as well, there are many people through the course of the year that pass away. The homeless life is very hard. It's very hard to live on the streets. You're dealing with health issues, you're dealing with the environment, you're dealing with the natural issues such as the weather and so forth. Homelessness is very difficult. And so there are a lot of people that in the course of the year will lose their life. One thing that most people don't know is that on the second Saturday of every December, there's actually a memorial service for all of the homeless people that have lost their lives the previous year. And so the mayor's office is always represented there, all the different agencies come there. We stand there, we read their names aloud, we have a time of remembering them if somebody wants to speak about them, because they're very important. They're people. They have family members, they have friends, they have loved ones, and so they're somebody's daughter or somebody's father. And so it's very important for us to come together and to honor them. So that happens in every December. It'll be happening here in a few weeks. Downtown Nashville will come together and memorialize and remember the neediest among us that have lost their lives. But yeah, the homeless life is very hard on the street and is prone to the things of that nature.
Would you say as Nashville grows that the homeless population grows, or how does that kind of work?
Absolutely. You know, as Nashville grows and expands, you know, I talk to people all the time, you know, they say 100 or 85 to 100 people are moving here every day, and they're also bringing 2 or 3 cars with them, but they're moving here every day. But it's not just the upper income or the middle class income. So Nashville is a draw for every segment of our society. So there are people that are coming here as construction workers. There are people that come here as struggling musicians. There are people that are coming here just that are homeless and poor, thinking that there may be some opportunity in Nashville that I don't have where I live. It is the it city. There's so much that is attractive there. It's a magnet. It's a magnet for everyone to come in. So it's great for me to see Nashville come together and say, we're going to care for the neediest people among us at the same time.
Thanks so much, Glenn.
Yeah.
I really appreciate all your input. It is that time for a commercial break, but stay with us. Please call us for your final questions.